do any of you have like resentment towards your family for not, I guess, like being angry at them for not acquiring like a certain life for you, and sometimes I feel guilty having that feeling, but sometimes I'm like, dude, I just wish my parents like worked super hard. So yeah, I could be a Nepo baby, or not even Nepo, just to be like a kid that has some sort of leverage in life instead of having to earn everything from the ground. And this isn't me like trying to garner sympathy or anything. It's just me like, I personally would not have children if I can't afford to give them at least some sort of leverage in life by having enough money to pay for their first 4 years in college. Granted, if the kid flunks out of school and they need more than 4 years, after that, that's your problem. You know what I mean? Or just being able to afford 1 year of college for them, or to be able to even buy them their first car. Like, that's what I would want to do. If I ever decided to become a parent, that is when I would decide, when I can give them a life better than mine. And I hate feeling this way, and I hate having this, like, not resentment, but just like, sometimes I'm like, I wish, like, why didn't you do that for me? Like, did anyone think about this and cared enough to fucking like think this child is going to be out in the world, 20 plus years from by the time she's born, and things are going to be so different from when we had her. And, like, despite it all, I wouldn't trade my mom in for anything. No amount of money is worth my mother. I love her so much, and I know she had to overcome a lot. And there's a lot of generational curses she wasn't able to, unfortunately, beat for me, and I guess I'm the one that has to do it. But it's just like something that I think about when I just see others. And I'm never jealous of rich kids. I'm never jealous of the Nepo babies. Like, your parents should have provided you with a sustainable life and provided you with a life that allows you to be able to flourish and grow. Your life shouldn't have to be hard, right? But flyaways, hello. Parents should have their vibe right for you by the time you get there. But that's just not the reality for literally most of us. And I'm trailer park princess, dime store cowgirl, caviar taste. Ooh, there's a bug on me. Caviar taste, beer wallet, that's me. But God bless America. Yep, exactly. That's a sign from God. The way that American flag is looking. But yeah, and I want to reiterate again, I fucking love my mom, and I'm grateful for everything that she has been able to give me. Like, she Prada sunglasses, like, but Prada sunglasses isn't the same as like being able to help your child pay for like a car or their first apartment or anything. But the gift that she's been able to give me, and just being able to feed me. And I know she worked so hard to just be able to feed my ass. So I love my mommy. I love her so much.
Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Miss Kafue. So today we're talking about parental financial resentment. I know some of you, if not most of you, maybe may have some financial resentment towards your parents or towards your guardian about the things they put you through growing up and the struggles they put you through and making you have a scarcity mindset. Let me tell you, a lot of people are bitter with their parents because of all those things. But in this video, there are multiple takes. People see it from different perspectives. Some people are saying some of these people are entitled, some of these people are ungrateful. So we want to see, what do you think about this topic right here, and what was your experience growing up that maybe relates to this topic. Anyway, ladies, let's jump right into this video, and then I'll be back to give my take on it.
Any of you have like resentment towards your family for not, I guess, like being angry at them for not acquiring like a certain life for you?
He's pretty much asking us, are we mad at our parents because we have to work 2, 3, 4 times as hard just to be as successful as someone that was born into wealth. And to be honest, I personally don't resent my parents and I'm not mad at them. At times, do I wish I had wealthy parents and or just connections in certain situations just to help me out? I think everybody would agree that they would love that. But at the end of the day, it's the cards that I was dealt and I just got to deal with it. You just got to make the best out of every opportunity at this point. And being on this topic, it can double back to people just having kids in this generation without actually thinking about the long-term effects that child might go through. In reality, I don't know what a lot of you are thinking about just having kids, because what, you think you just got to raise them and then at 18 you push them out to the world? There's so much that goes into the development of a human that a lot of you are not going to be able to give your child because you're not even aware of it.
Don't be surprised. People who feel stuck in their own life want you to struggle. A lot of the time, people who are struggling themselves mentally and emotionally, they do not give a fuck if you have a physical problem that you're dealing with. That's why, like, people who do have money and you're struggling with like a financial issues and they honestly are struggling with an emotional issue because they don't have no sense of happiness or self-concept, they do not lend you money or will help you out monetarily because of the fact that you have everything else but the money. So they rather see you struggle. And these are the kind of people, and I really see this more about parents who do this, because parents will try to use finances as a way to leverage. And this is for my case. I'm only speaking from experience. So don't think I'm just talking about from my ass. Like, I'm really talking about from experience, but it's not just one person. It's multiple people I've dealt with, and also just from my observational energy. So a lot of the time when people can only leverage money over you because you already have a good sense of self and confidence, they can't take that away. Like, they can do anything else like to kind of deter it, but like they can't take it away. That's even people who try to destiny swap with you. Let me tell you something. Don't be scared of someone trying to destiny swap with you, because they end up have to go through the same fucking bullshit you did in order to live the life that they're trying to live by you. But also, they will never be able to destiny swap with you because they have to match your inner frequency, and they can't. Okay? So anyway, when it comes down to it though, people who do feel stuck in their life are not happy with their life because they feel like, oh, I had a struggle, no one helped me out, and now they hustle their way out, and now they have money because this is what my mom did. Now they're going to think that you have to bow down to the way they fucking want you to act in order for you to get this money or material thing that you may need at that time. Like, for me, my housing was gone. Okay, like, I was not prepared to be kicked out of the bird's nest. Like, I at least wanted to at least save up 3 months of rent before kicking out, or goddamn finish fucking school, my fucking college degree, or even my fucking CNA program, but couldn't do fucking that because, well, I did. But you know, like, people who are horrible and stuck inside, they don't care if you're struggling. So if you ever find yourself like, why did they do this, especially your parents, like, it's so hard for us to not question why is a very common question. But people who are ignorant to their own selves do not like when you ask why, especially if you can figure out, well, this is what I can do. So I just feel like if you want to feel sorry for anybody, feel sorry for yourself because you didn't know that they were really like this. Because sometimes it takes problems, and I always feel like this, it takes conflict for you to actually see how people really act inside, okay? Like, the way that somebody handles conflict, even with your own issues and how they show up for your issues, whether the problem in conflict is not with them, but how they support you, let you know exactly how they feel about you, okay? And people who are the fucking reason why you have conflict, or you have conflict with that person, and they want to be like, well, if you treated me better, we would have been in a... Bitch, get the fuck away from me. Purge day number 10. That's all I gotta say.
Financial resentment towards your parents. I kind of had a little bit of this.
This is something that a lot of people don't like to talk about, but I'ma just be real. If you choose to have kids and you're poor as fuck, your kids one day are going to wake up and have financial resentment towards you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so completely, but for me, like, my parents gave me such a great life, and then all of a sudden, it was just like overnight, everything we had here is all gone. There's no backup anymore. You're on your own. And also, Jack, I need money now every month. Like, that was my dad. He was like, I can't afford my bills anymore, and I'm gonna move into a trailer park. We're gonna go from this 5-bedroom home, and your mom's gonna go single mom it, and we're gonna go from that dual income household, and we're gonna fuck ourselves. And you're gonna watch it happen, and then we're gonna drink the whole time while we do it. You cool with that? I'm like, yeah, sure. But I paid my dad's bills for forever. For so fucking long. It really was this weird thing. And I didn't realize how much it impacted me until recently. To the point where I haven't had kids yet, and I'm 35. And I want a kid. It's just, I know that there's going to be this sacrifice that comes with it. And I don't think a lot of people are willing to make that sacrifice.
So I've been seeing this Red Lobster seafood ball all over my FYP. And of course, the new CEO along with that. And it reminds me of this post that I did. And if you're mad at your parents for having you and not being able to provide generational wealth for you, and you're sitting on yourself right now, online, whining and crying, and you're not out here creating it for children you may have, or even if you don't have children, if you have time to sit around and whine and cry about it, then you didn't have time to manage it or build it and keep it going. Because where you getting all this time from to sit around and be mad at somebody for what they didn't do years ago that you could be doing right now? If your parents weren't rich and couldn't pass that down to you, why aren't you creating it instead of whining? When do you stop whining about it? The things that you want in life, get up and go get them. Go put the effort in. And the fact that he started his first investment portfolio at 16, that's why I say some of y'all, I know it's rage bait. I know you're getting good engagement out of the post talking about generational wealth, but what are you doing? What are you doing to create generational wealth? You're talking about what they did. Are your children and grandchildren going to be saying the same thing? And how can you know this problem exists and not be doing something about it? You're going to tell me that the economy is bad right now, but you're buying the seafood bowl, and I hear it's about $42. So could you take that $42 and get started on an investment portfolio? Because little things add up eventually. So we have a lot of excuses, and we have a lot of people looking at what somebody else didn't do. So if your parents didn't leave you generational wealth, you can get started now, just like the CEO did at age 16. You don't have to start way up here. You can start with a little bit. Worried about what they did back there? Yeah. All right, bye.
So a weird thing that my narcissistic mom and dad, my dad was more the enabler, it was mostly my mom, that she would do to me, mostly financially, and if you resonate with this, keep watching. So narcissists, they like to have some sort of financial control over you because they just like control in general. But like in terms of finances, especially with their kids, they want you to need them. They want you to feel like they're your only line of support financially, which is what I think ties back into they don't want to teach you life skills because they don't want you to be successful, because they don't want you to have your own money, because they want you to need them forever. And it started getting real weird with my parents. I was like 27 and they were saying that I needed to like divorce my husband and move back home with them, and I had 2 kids, or maybe I just had 1 kid at the time. And I was like, okay, it's getting to a point now where it's really bizarre. What do you mean I have to move back in with you? Anyway, they tried to convince me that he was an awful human, and he wasn't. He was actually like the best guy I had ever dated and married. But they were losing control. They had lost control. And I was 27, 28, and I was like, no, thank you. So then they started saying, if you move back in with us, we'll try to help you get a house. And just like a bunch of random things that they were going to buy for me. They bought me a laptop and used it against me, said I'd need to pay them back even though it was a gift. And narcissists like to do that. They like to have control over you financially. They don't want you to realize you can actually do it all yourself. You're capable, you're strong, and you're smart, and you don't need them. Like my parents are pretty well off, and I would rather live in a camper than with them. And I think at some point you just have to realize, you just have to tell yourself you can figure it out. You can do it all by yourself. You can learn the skills of life that you need to learn, even though your own parents didn't teach you anything. And you can do it because you're strong. Go to therapy. Okay, love you, bye.
I'm like, do any of you have like resentment towards your family for not, like being angry at them for not acquiring like a certain life for you, and sometimes I feel guilty having that feeling, but sometimes I'm like, dude, I just wish my parents like
This is next level ungrateful. Y'all gotta come off the internet with this shit, bro. Like, go log out and really think about what y'all say before you post. Imagine being a parent that got it out the mud, gotta go to work 9 to 5 every single day. Make sure the child that you had got clothes on their back, food in their stomach, make sure the lights come on, make sure the water run, make sure the water heat up, make sure your vehicle going and you got gas in the car to take them to all types of practices and events. You take them on all types of summer vacations. You planning for birthdays, you planning for Christmas, you buying them clothes for summer, and you buying them clothes for school, and you buying them clothes for just anything else in general. You teach them how to walk, you teach them how to read, you teach them how to clean themselves, you teach them everything they need to know. You try to discipline them, you try to pour into them respect and character and integrity, just for them to come back and say, you ain't make enough money. See, this is how kids get ridden out of wheels right there, is this type of shit. Y'all gotta grow up and value something other than money. This is starting to become a serious problem.
It's gonna ruffle some feathers, but I'm gonna say it. You know who y'all should be mad at? You know who you young ladies should be mad at? Your low-income mothers who didn't tell you not to have any babies in low income until you were not low income. That's who set you up for failure. That was your first enemy. In the low-income community, we're not talking about this. It's no reason why your mother's still in low income, you're having babies in low income and then moving into low income.
Probably gonna piss a lot of people off, but if you're over the age of 21, an adult, do your parents help you out financially? I saw this thing on Instagram that said 50% of US parents are still helping out their children financially. But in the comment section, some people had their panties in a bunch. They were upset that some parents are helping out their adult children. And this is what I think about it. Please shut the fuck up. You are a parent forever. Even if you're 90 and your child is 70, you are a parent. If you are a parent and you have it financially to help your adult children out, if they're in need, why not help them out? You decided to lay on your back and make those babies who are now adults and they need financial help. And I'm not talking about the parents who don't have it financially. I'm talking about the parents who have it financially, but they want their children to struggle. I've heard a lot of parents say, oh, I want my children to struggle because if they struggle, that's the only way they're going to grow. Struggling sometimes helps you to appreciate things, but I feel like there's a thin line between struggling and suffering. Struggling and suffering are brother and sister. I feel like struggling makes you bitter. It makes you angry. It makes you want to fuck some shit up if you have to struggle your whole life. Thank God for my parents, because my parents don't do this. But I have friends who, if they borrow $20, $10 from their parents, they have to pay their parents back by next week. It's almost insane if your parents have it financially, but you still have to pay them back the $10. I feel like it's bad parenting if you have it financially and you make your adult children suffer.
So what I'll say about this topic is you have to analyze the situation and give grace where it's due. Most of our parents grew up without nothing. My father used to tell me that they used to even wash food and then they recook it or they eat it because it has already gone bad and their mother won't feed them. Like, the stories I've had and the experiences we've had growing up are very different, and to me, they were better than they lived. They tried their best. They took us to school until higher education. My parents didn't pursue higher education, but we as children have pursued higher education. So if your parents did better, they did all they could with what they had, please appreciate them and be grateful. Even you, try and do better than you lived. Stop whining, stop complaining all the time. Oh my gosh, you what? Do better. Let me tell you, your words might be your downfall. The same parent you're condemning, blah, blah, you might end up being that same parent to your children. Be very careful. Be very careful. Analyze the situation, give grace where it's due, and move on. If they did wrong, I know most parents do wrong. Most parents even financially abuse their children. Let me tell you, if that's the case and you hold resentment for them, let it go, forgive them, and move on. Don't hold on to some of these things. Some of these things will deny you your blessings. Your parent is like your second God on this earth. And I'm not saying that you should respect them no matter what. They're your parents. No, this is not that talk. Me, I'm saying give grace where it's due and keep it moving. Do better. Be a better parent to your children. Whatever you wish you had, give it to your children. It tends to heal something in you. Me, myself, I've been doing for my son things that most of the things, yes, I was done for, but I've been going above and beyond what my parents did for me because it heals something in you and I want to be better. I want to be better. I won't sit there complaining, blah, blah. But it doesn't mean that I don't have instances whereby I financially resent my parents or my family. Let me tell you, I have like 2 instances that I resent them for. For example, at my graduation, I really wanted a cute outfit, like just a cute dress that was only going for $10. And guess what? My sister didn't buy me that dress. So I had to show up with very boring clothes, just put on the gown on top. And at that time I was depressed. I was mourning the loss of a relationship. And I think that was the only thing that could have made me feel good about the day and about such a long journey of acquiring that degree. That's one financial resentment I had towards her. And the fact that, let me tell you, me, the time that I've started being financially stable, I've treated every girl around me like my own sister. For example, if I get my nails done, I also get their nails done. That's how I've always been. If I'm doing something good, if I see maybe a skincare product that's nice, I also buy them. That's how I am. But growing up, my sister was not like that, and you cannot blame them. It's not everyone who has your heart. That's why you're here, to show them that you should not have done that to me. Like, humble them through your actions, but don't cause a big issue, a big stir, a big beef. Like, yes, it's sad, but at the end of the day, what can we do about it? We gotta keep it moving. So anyway, be a better person more than they were to you. And let me tell you, that humbles them enough, or cut them off and keep it moving. Whatever you want. So anyway, let me tell you, some of these things that these people do, these people who leverage money on you, they are normally blessings, because when you come to a point in your life whereby you're financially stable, you always wonder why they did that to you, why they had to do that to you. And the fact that it came to a point whereby I could afford any outfit I wanted, it healed something in me. And the mistake I've never done is reveal how much I earn or what I'm doing, what I'm investing in. Don't reveal such type of information to your parents or to those who financially abused you in any way. Get away from them. If people show you who they are, believe them the first time. So ladies, please have a nice day. Please have a nice week ahead of you, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.